Hello and welcome back to Nat Scraps. My name is Natalie Peconic and I'm here today using Uniquely Creative and the Hello Darling kit. Now I do have a video that shows you all the layouts that I created with this kit. I unfortunately do not know what happened to the video for layout 1. I'll get back to that in a second. But what I'd like to show you, what I've started off with, is one of the 12 by 12 pages that I'm going to use as a base, and I have that E there. Now I realized pretty much straight away that I needed quite a taller E. The E that I first cut was a little bit too squat, a little bit too fat and short, so I've cut a larger E. I'm then going to try color this E, and it goes horribly wrong. Now why an E, you ask? E is the first letter of my grandniece's name, and this is the pages that I'm making. Now I don't have photos that I can share. I've been asked not to put her photo up on social media, so there won't be photos of her on there, but there will be photos on there, but not that I'll be showing you. So I will just have photo mats for my whole series. Now, if you haven't got to see my other ones, pop back, see the other video. Video 1 is non-existent. It's disappeared. It's gone in the ether. I could possibly recreate it. I don't have the papers left, but that is life. So this is layout 2. There is 8 layouts all up. There was 2 double layouts and 6 single layouts. So a total of 10 pages from this one kit, and I still have quite a bit left over. Now what I've used is the Hello Darling 12 by 12 paper collection, plus the creative cuts for Hello Darling, and then the creative cuts Coral Hello Darling collection. So if you have boys, you can use the aquamarine, which is the boy ones, not the girl ones. Or if you don't want to be gender specific, get both and mix them all up together. So you can see there, the first E I coloured just didn't look right. Then I went to try the same thing. I ended up just using a little bit of blending over that E to make it look fantastic. Now, if you're not familiar with Uniquely Creative, Uniquely Creative is an Australian company that creates wonderful collections. You can get a subscription to Uniquely Creative, and that subscription has everything you need the month to create a whole heap of layouts. There's a little booklet and it gives you heaps of ideas. I try not to look at the booklet until after I've created, because otherwise I end up trying to create the layouts in the booklet, and that does nobody any good. I want something a little bit different. Here I am diving into those creative cuts, and you can see me just going through, and as I'm going through, I'm picking out the things that I like, the things I think that will go on the layout, and I'm just popping them roughly where I am. Now this layout is really, really easy. It's a really lovely, quick, easy layout. And if you want something just to get your creative juices going, this would be fantastic. Now, I've been on a bit of a creative vacation. I haven't done much creative at all lately, so sometimes it takes a little while to get back into things. I think I got to about the 3rd or the 4th layout and I felt like I was treading through sludge trying to get my mojo. And then towards the end, the last 3 or 4 layouts, they just came really, really quickly, and I was able to really enjoy a creative process that happened really quite fast. It helps when I know that I'm going to have photos for these layouts, and that I've got a little girl, just she was born in December, so she will have some beautiful layouts ready for her album, and that helped me tremendously. You can see here I pretty much know what I want, and I'm going to go and mat up that photo. So that photo holder there, it's not popping, everything else around it is standing out. So I need to know I need to mat it up to make sure that it pops a little from the page. And so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to put it on that little piece of vanilla, and then after that I'm going to pop it onto some green. How is your crafting going after Christmas? Is your crafting going well, or are you a bit like me, you're in a little bit of a sludge? And how do you get out of it? So I need a project, I need something to work on, I need a goal, I need to, or I just kind of don't work my way out of it. Just before Christmas and just after Christmas, I made a couple of little mini albums, but I hadn't done layouts in such a long time. I think it was since Cup Week, which is November last year, that I hadn't really sat down and made layouts. So for me, that's a really long time. And I was really starting to think that my layout mojo had completely disappeared. So I was starting to get a little bit fearful that I couldn't do this thing that I normally can do. So that was a bit weird. So how do you guys get out of it? Leave a comment, let me know how you get out of a mojo slump, because every bit can help, and it might help somebody else that's watching the video as well. Now, I know that that's helping to pop that photo, make it stand out. We do want, it's great to make beautiful pages with lots of lovely bits and pieces on it, but always should be that the focus is the photo that goes on the page. What I'm doing here is I'm about to destroy this page to put it back together again. And I was like, I want to know where I put everything. So I took a quick photo of the layout with my phone, and now I can have my phone open in front of me with that photo up, so that as I go to rebuild this page, because as you'll see in a minute, I take everything off it, that I can get it roughly back where I am. Now, I can tell you there is never a time that I've done this where I've taken a photo of something and taken a page apart and put it back together where it goes exactly back together the way it came apart, mainly because I changed my mind. It's the same as if I make a layout for a workshop to teach. When I go to teach that workshop, I generally change it. I'm not good at recreating the same thing 2 times in a row. So it's just there as a guide so I can remember. So if I've got a piece left over, I can go, where did I have that again? And most of the time it will come back to me pretty quick and easy. But it does help when you know roughly where the things are that you had out to put on that page. Now you see here, I just put a little sticky on my mat and then put that layout back down. It holds it in place. It will rub back off the back of my layout really quick and easy. But that helps so that it all sort of stays in place. Now, while I'm putting this together, you'll notice that I have things on different levels. So that teddy is tucked down in underneath, but then it has some magic mount where it comes up over the E. The E has the magic mount or the foam tape on there. Sorry, magic mount's a very old term, on there. And that is helping to get lots of little bits of dimension on the page. So not everything is flat. You'll see I do that also here with the banner. So I'll cut tiny little bits of foam tape, pop it up in the middle of the banner so the banner sort of comes up and off the page and then down at the ends. Here I am just working out those things. You'll probably see my hand go over to where the top of the screen is. If it's going over there, it's probably tapping my phone to say, wake up phone, I need the picture back, and go from there. Here I'm doing that same thing. I'm putting that bit of foam tape on the one side of the lady that's off the E, the doll, and then gluing the other side there. And again, I'm going to do that with this balloon. So all the way through, I am using that tape to give dimension. Now I'm going to stick this little baby down. A spoiler alert, I am going to pull that up and I'm going to move it a little bit later. So sometimes when I think I have things all organized, I then find out that I pop them in the wrong spot, which I shouldn't say sometimes, I probably should say majority of the time I do that. So The other thing I'm trying really hard here not to do is to put any foam tape or glue over the parts that are going to be where the photo is, because if I do that, I can't get the photo onto that photo holder. So as I'm going, I'm trying to make sure that there isn't glue sort of on the bits that go over the top. It doesn't matter at all on the E, they can be glued down as much as I like, but over where I'm putting that white piece of photo spot, I'm trying to avoid any glue going on there. So you'll see there, I just put some glue on the elephant's legs. I didn't put anything near his ears, his face. I'm going to glue that down. Now, I do like when I put a banner down, I do like to have something on either end of it so a banner's not sitting out in the open. So I'm just going to use this little lion to hold that banner down in place there. Now, this is where I realize I need to move the baby up a little bit just to make room for the girl. I did look at having it sort of over the other side, but it kind of needed to go with the word baby, so that worked a little bit better. And I pretty much covered up that cute little reindeer that is on that pink piece that's behind there, but that is life. Now there's just a few more details, guys. This really was a fairly quick, easy layout. It helps when there's so many cute little pieces. Now, one thing I didn't mention, that pile that is up on the corner in the right, where my hand is right now scrunching through, that's all from one of the 12 by 12 pieces that has a heap of cutouts on it. So there's so much goodness in that page. And before I started doing all of the layouts, I fussy cut all those pieces. I find if I don't fussy cut them at the start, then I don't use those pieces. They sort of end up not being used. The final little detail here, guys, is I'm just doing a black squiggly line. My pen was just playing up a little bit, but a black squiggly line as a border around the edge, and that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. I hope you'll stick around and you'll watch the other ones. I hope you'll grab out your kits if you have them and make along with me. Please drop a comment and let me know if you have created this layout or you've used this as inspiration. I'd love to hear. Apart from that, guys, hit the subscribe button if you can, because that always helps my channel, and I will see you on the next one. Take care and goodbye.